Next on BBC One, Richard Hammond laughs at a man with Asperger's being knocked out by the sucker punch in Total Wipeout Disabled Special. Now on BBC Two, highlights from round 3 of the International Go Karting Championship of the Universe at Thruxton.
Hello and welcome to the highlights of what has been a dramatic third round of racing here at Thruxton. The drama kicked off with a truly exciting qualifying session.
This was the most difficult qualifying session of the season so far. A huge torrential downpour minutes before the session began ensured the track was considerably wet. Some people crawled around trying to find whatever grip there was and not spin. Others really went for it and had some dramas. Everybody managed to post a lap time. Quite impressive was Jeff Harris. Other people who were really good today was Tom Haynes, up to second place on the grid, his best of the season so far. Waghorn pushed hard, but the best he could manage was 5th. There was Jeff Harris again, best he managed was 4th. Here is Haynes and Harris both on the track together. Haynes hiding behind Harris, hoping to get a tow. And this is Daniel Hull. He managed to get up to 3rd. The traffic was really bad in some parts of the circuit. Here's Elizabeth Birch causing a trolley train, with Jeff Harris at the back. And so the grid is formed as follows. Luke Ford on an unsurprising pole, Tom Haynes with his fantastic 2nd place, Dan Hull 3rd, Jeff Harris 4th, Tom Waghorn in a disappointing 5th, Mickey Smith, Ed Dunn, Matt Bunny, Leo Haynes, and Ian Wright and Michael Ryan all in their first race round out the top 11. Pete Spicer in his second race is 12th. Elizabeth Birch with her season worst 13th. James Buchanan and Terry Merriman 14th and 15th, and bringing up the rear Laura Slavin.
So, will Luke Ford be able to win from pole position as he's done before? Will Tom Haynes in 2nd be able to upset the establishment? Close behind him is Hull and Waghorn. They are hungry for victory. And Jeff Harris is a slow start from the line. Will he hold up the rest of his side of the grid? Prepare to be enthralled, as the Thruxton GP is next.
Tension mounts at the start of the race. Now you're all familiar with the start procedure here. 5 lights, and when they go out, we will be racing! And brilliant start from Tom Haynes. Luke Ford cutting across immediately to cover the line. Daniel Hull trying to get up the inside there, all fairly cleanly away, but it looked like Jeff Harris was causing a traffic jam.
It seemed to be quite slow there, yes, and it looked like Laura Slavin had quite a slow start. But all that Waghorn there is being held up by Hull by the looks of it. You go around that hairpin.
They all seem fairly spaced out towards the back, but I'd quite like to see a replay of the start just to work out what had happened. And there's Jeff Harris quite far back there from the early start. Now you see the dry side of the grid where Tom Haynes is starting. He gets a brilliant jump on Luke Ford. He's having to cut across immediately.
Going to first almost.
And Hull and Waghorn immediately up in the inside. But Jeff's start was dismal. Look at all of those being held up behind him.
Yes, terrible start there for him. As he said, slowing them all up.
And there's someone sideways near the back, but they all seem to have got away cleanly.
Yeah, relatively clean, yeah. Looks like Waghorn's taken Hull there.
That must have been a pretty immense move, considering the bravery needed to go in that corner pretty quickly.
Especially on the outside of that chicane.
Yeah, with the drying, well, there is still wet in places out there. And there's Jeff Harris trying to fight back. He's pulling away from Elizabeth Birch by the looks of things, but he's still far back.
So it's a difficult corner here. I was speaking to some of the drivers earlier. They've had numerous problems with slippery sides and finding the right line through here.
It is quite difficult to fathom out because it's not a straight in. That you have to. It's a curved braking zone, and different speeds work for different drivers.
Yes.
And there's Jeff still. Like, Elizabeth's getting closer by the looks of things. Oh, and he's now hounding the guy in front by the looks of.
He's gone off! He's gone off!
Oh my God! What happened
He
there?
went to see it go straight ahead, didn't he?
Yeah, I'd quite like to see a replay of that.
As we see Hull falling behind. Here it is.
Okay, and it looks like he's just braked too late by the way, and he's still in the brakes. Come on, get out of the brakes,
Going
Jeff.
too far too hot, yeah.
Yeah, if he got out of the brakes and just turned in, he may have made that, but we just won't know. And there's Tom Haynes still chasing for the lead in his bright yellow suit.
Falling back slightly, but as they come into traffic.
Yes. Now, I've been speaking to some of the drivers. It's quite intimidating seeing that bright yellow suit with a red helmet chasing you. I wouldn't want that, would you?
No, definitely not.
And someone going slow.
Yes, it looks like they perhaps was slid off slightly there.
Maybe he's letting him through. There's hand gestures, but...
Yes, whether or not that was a coming off session or whether it was some sort of blue flag incident, we won't be able to tell.
Unless we get a replay, of course.
Yeah.
And there's Waghorn, and where's Hull? Hull's dropping back. He's dropping back. But he's probably still trying, but his times are not quite as good as they were.
He was obviously holding up Waghorn at the beginning there.
Yeah.
Let's see who's that.
They did qualify 2 positions ahead of him on the grid, so we're not sure what's going on there. Maybe he's just not got the race pace.
It's quite a difficult one.